Mr. Speaker, Thomas Jefferson once said, "The government you elect is the government you deserve." Last year, Queensland said it deserved a fresh start because the old way wasn't working. It was time for a government that put the safety of communities ahead of the excuses of offenders. It was time for a government that backed the hands and hearts of nurses and doctors rather than burying them in bureaucracy. It was time for a government that reignited aspiration so that young Queenslanders could once again believe in the dream of home ownership. And it was time for a government that respected the taxpayer, that made every dollar work harder because Queenslanders work hard for every dollar they earn. Mr. Speaker, the Crisafulli LNP team listened, and more than that, we acted. Our election platform, the right plan for Queensland's future, became a solemn promise to prioritise people over politics and delivery over spin. It was not a promise made lightly, it was a compact forged with the people of this state to bring government back to first principles and to restore confidence in the system itself. Our promise was to give every Queenslander hope that the government could once again be a force for good, measured by results, not press conferences. Mr. Speaker, today I rise confidently and proudly to say this: the first budget of the Crisafulli LNP government lays the foundation for the fresh start Queensland voted for. And for the people of Burleigh, the community I have the great honour of representing, it repays their trust in full. It protects our lifestyle, backs our volunteers and delivers practical outcomes, especially for those who work with the most vulnerable. But more than anything, Mr. Speaker, it honours my commitment to restore safety in the heart of Burleigh by delivering a new permanent police beat. This isn't about crime statistics, it's about confidence. This new police beat will mean more police on the ground. It will mean faster response times, and it will mean that workers feel safe leaving their shifts and business owners can focus on chasing profits, not chasing shoplifters. Our new police beat will change lives because it will return confidence to the heart of our precinct, and not just through infrastructure, but with serious resources that the former Labor government could never deliver because they were never serious about tackling crime. Because along with the police beat, this budget delivers millions for community safety initiatives in Burleigh, including on Friday and Saturday nights. Better lighting, targeted patrols and safe spaces for young people. Every idea is on the table so long as it keeps people safe. Mr. Speaker, keeping our community safe is essential, but so too is investing in the future of our children. That work starts in our schools. This government has already delivered a landmark school funding agreement with the Commonwealth, something that the former government could never achieve. That agreement will lift resources across Queensland and ensure every student has the best possible chance to thrive, no matter their background or postcode. But it also matters that we get the small things right, the things raised in P&Cs and school newsletters, the projects that improve daily life for students and staff alike. That's why I'm proud this budget supports upgrades at my local schools. There's funding for those upgrades and over $700,000 for maintenance work. And I look forward to championing even more because I know education changes lives. Mr. Speaker, that same principle, listening and acting, is also driving our approach to environmental protection. We're investing in the restoration of Burleigh Head National Park and nearby conservation areas, places left to decline through chronic under-resourcing. This budget turns it around. Over $600,000 supports rangers, empowers volunteers and restores the health of a place that means so much to locals and visitors alike. And speaking of those who protect what matters, we should never forget the volunteers who step forward to serve. This budget recognises their work and supports it at every single surf lifesaving club in my electorate, at Baby Give Back and at the Varsity Lakes Community Resource Centre, and the Tallabudra Creek Conservation Park Friends. Mr. Speaker, but for all the support we can give in times of crisis, nothing offers long-term security like having a place to call home. For too many young Queenslanders, the great Australian dream of home ownership has slipped out of reach. I've spoken to them, some still living with parents, others working multiple jobs, all feeling, no matter how hard they try, the system is rigged against them. They feel locked out, they feel forgotten, and too many have quietly given up. Mr. Speaker, that cannot stand. Because when people give up on home ownership, they don't just lose a house, they lose a stake in their future. This budget takes the first serious steps to turn that around. It removes stamp duty for first home buyers purchasing or building new homes, putting tens of thousands of dollars back in people's pockets and bringing that dream closer to reality. It launches our shared equity scheme and supercharges the $2 billion residential activation fund, helping to get more homes out of the ground by funding the essential infrastructure that makes new developments possible. Mr. Speaker, I want young people to hear this clearly. Your aspirations are understood, they are shared, and they are core business for this government. That's why the Deputy Premier and I met with Hayley at Memorial Park in Burleigh, a young woman working hard, saving diligently, and doing everything she can to own her first home. Hayley wasn't asking for shortcuts, she wasn't asking for special treatment, she just wanted a fair go and a government that didn't make it harder. Her story stayed with me, not because it's powerful, but because it's common. And this budget starts to open doors for people like her. We also know that home ownership isn't the only housing issue that needs fixing. For those who need social housing, the system must be fair and functional. Under Labor, it was neither. This budget restores annual rent and eligibility checks to ensure that public housing is going to those who genuinely need it, not households earning six-figure incomes. Now, we're not playing politics, we're restoring fairness. And we're doing it while ramping up supply and partnering with the community housing sector. So whether it's first home buyers like Hayley or vulnerable Queenslanders waiting for a roof over their heads, this budget sends the same message. We see you, we hear you, and we're building a housing system that works, not just promised, but actually delivered. Mr. Speaker, this budget is a statement of values about what we prioritise, who we listen to, and how we serve. It is returned to first principles. Listen carefully, act deliberately, spend responsibly. This budget doesn't chase headlines, and it doesn't confuse motion with progress. Instead, it does the quiet work, the hard work of restoring confidence in public institutions and rebuilding trust between government and the people it serves. It starts from the premise that Queenslanders are tired of politics as performance. They want delivery, they want dignity, and they want their government to respect their effort by respecting every dollar they pay. Mr. Speaker, this budget resets more than just the books. It resets the culture of government itself. It says that partnership with communities is not a risk, it's our greatest asset. That accountability isn't a burden, it's a virtue. And that the purpose of government is not to impose, but to serve. For Burleigh and for Queensland, this is a government prepared to do the hard work, to take responsibility, to restore trust, to get the fundamentals right. This is a budget of foundations. And from those foundations, we will build something worthy of Queensland. I commend the budget to the House.
Speaker.